Well, this month, Fox 5 and Sunrise Children's Hospital are teaming up for Baby Safety Awareness Month. Joining me now is Jeannie Marsala, and we're going to try to squeeze a lot into this small amount of time. And we're going to start with safe sleep. I remember when my daughter was a baby, I'd sit there and I'd just stare at her and make sure she was okay. Kind of scared. There's a lot to remember here. So let's start with safe sleep.
Safe sleep is probably the most important thing. So we talk about the ABCs of safe sleep. A, being alone in their crib or their bassinet. Absolutely no co-sleeping. In Clark County alone, we're having 2 to 3 babies die every month from suffocating in the parent's bed. And no parents, they're not rolling over on the child. So alone in the crib. B, they must be placed on their back. And C in that, C for is for the crib, and that means a fitted sheet in there only, no bumper pads, no toys, nothing like that in the crib.
And it's funny because you'd think that putting the bumper would kind of keep them safe, but it's really doing the opposite. Okay, car seat safety. It's not as easy as just setting them in and clipping it. There's a little more to it here, right?
Absolutely. Again, 4 out of 5 car seats are installed wrong. Parents can come to us to have them checked. They can find our upcoming events on our Sunrise Hospital webpage, sunrisehospital.com/calendar, and they will be able to find those free car seat checkup events in the community. So parents should have us check them. The important message today is that infants need to stay rear facing till they're a minimum of 2 years of age, and that is in our Nevada law now as well.
So is there a thing with the weight or height, or is it just age that we're looking for?
It is age, and it's a minimum of 2. If your car seat goes rear facing longer than that, based on the weight of the child, you want them rear facing as long as possible.
Well, good to know. And choking hazards. Kids love to kind of put things in their mouth and they love to snack. What are some tips that you can share, especially for those babies as they move on from the pureed food into more of the solids here?
That is really my biggest fear time. So you want to cut things up in tiny pieces for them. You also want to get around and crawl on your floor as if the baby's crawling on the floor, and see what's on your floor. There are some really dangerous things. Coins that could fall out of our purse, fall out of pockets. Coins are very dangerous. Button batteries are extremely dangerous, and those are the little round batteries that are in remote controls, and flameless candles as we go into the fall. So get on your hands and knees and crawl around that same space your baby who's crawling is in that space.
And that kind of leads into the home safety. We have about a minute left. So let's talk about, the safety gates, the cabinet locks. What are some things that we need to do to really protect our home?
Well, I have a brand new grandbaby. And so in looking at my son's house, one of the things I realized that he has in his house that we didn't even think about was his banister of his upstairs. So of course we've thought about the gates, but he has a banister we're going to have to replace because it has, the slats are about this far apart. So things you would never think about, like that banister. I've been doing this for over 3 decades and never noticed that until this baby came along. So yes, you want that gate at the top and the bottom of the stairs. You want to look at your banister and make sure, because these kids are fast. In addition, in the nursery, we have monitors and all these great things so we can watch the baby. Make sure you don't have any cords to those monitors where the baby could get that cord and accidentally wrap it around their neck. No cords on your mini blinds. Put window locks on all your windows, even the ones that are on the first floor, because you wouldn't want the baby to tumble out of even a window on the first floor. So again, the cabinet locks, we know about those. The stove covers. For the knobs, if you have a stove where you've got the knobs in the front,
you can accidentally bump it. I had a dog who used to do it all the time.
Right. You want to make sure you have those stove covers on those knobs in the front.
Well, like we said, it's a lot of information to fit into this short amount of time. This is something that's going to be ongoing for us here at Fox 5 and with Sunrise Children's Hospital. Always there to answer your questions, though. So to learn more, visit sunrisehealthinfo.com. Jeannie, thank you always for coming in and sharing all this great information.
Thank you for having us.